So now that I found my number for the day and my prompt, I'm going to go ahead and build my card. I did some prep work for Gratitude Documented, like cutting the Memory-dex cards out of several different patterned papers from the Marigold and Fresh Bouquet crepe paper collections. And so I'm just selecting which one I want to use here based on the embellishments that I picked to use for today, like the number 1 and then these leaves. So I think it looks best on this card that has the 3 horizontal stripes, and I'll just go ahead and slip that under there. So you may have noticed that the scripture verse that I'm using today is different than the prompt that was included. Originally it was Philippians 4:13, but I've been hanging out in the Old Testament this year and wanted to use this verse in Psalms. And so I just want to encourage you guys that if you want to choose a different prompt to document your gratitude, by all means go ahead and do that. There are no rules saying that you have to do it exactly as prescribed on the prompt list. So today I'm documenting my gratitude for God's strength. As I've been reading through Deuteronomy and Joshua the last several months, I see Moses and Joshua repeatedly, or even God himself, repeatedly imploring the Hebrews to do something, and they often reference God's power and his strength, like, remember when he delivered you from Egypt? Remember, with a mighty hand and outstretched arm, which is repeated so many times in the book of Deuteronomy and refers to God's power. Remember, God did this for you, and by that same power and with that same strength, he has defeated death through Christ. So the verse that I chose for today is Psalm 59:17. Oh, my strength, I will sing praises to you. For you, O God, are my fortress, the God who shows me steadfast love. His strength would be a fearsome thing if it weren't for his love for us and his holiness and his righteousness. So my journaling on the back just simply says, I praise you, God, for your strength and for using it on my behalf. This bow gave me a little bit of trouble, and I edited most of that out of this video. What I found to be most helpful was to take the twine and loop it and put both ends through the back of the card coming out through the front, and then tying my bow and securing the back with a little strip of washi. I ended up working on everything on the front side of the card first before I flipped it over and then started on my journaling on the back. So the journaling on the back kind of acts as a second reinforcement for everything that's on the front. Ideally, I wanted to include everything that I typed up on the front of the card, but I just didn't have room, so I included the reference there, and then I'm going to place my journaling on the back. I plan to use the Studio Calico Mega Date stamp for each day on the back side of my card underneath my journaling. So I'm going to secure this with washi just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, and then get my date stamp down. And that's it. Here's a look at the front and back of my card. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my Memory-dex box. I think I'm going to put something in the little book plate here on the front of it. But that's it. Thank you so much for joining me for day 1 of Gratitude Documented. I can guarantee that I will not do a video for every day, but this one was really fun to make, and I hope to make more of them as the month goes on. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll link my Gratitude Documented playlist and update that with the videos as the month goes on. My 2-year-old is bringing a very noisy box into the office, so I hope you guys have a great upcoming weekend. I'll see you soon.